Hello, everyone, and thanks for tuning in. That was really excited. Hello, everyone, and thanks so much for tuning in. You know what I'm going to do before I move any further. If you have not already subscribed to my channel, you need to do that, like, immediately. And if you like this video, please be sure to click like. If you would like to read the blog for this particular video or any other videos that I've published, you can check that out at xjonespennies.blogspot.com. And if you are interested in contacting me, you can contact me via my website at xjonesconsulting.weebly.com. Okay, so welcome back. This particular video is something I probably should have posted weeks ago. However, if you have been keeping up with anything, you will recognize that I also mentioned I had this super flu, the super flu that just went around and got everyone, which is why I'm hoarse sounding. And I just was not able to get these videos up. The blogs were written, but I just looked like I had the super flu, and I was in no business to record any videos for anyone. So my what I learned in 2017 video is probably being published much closer to Valentine's Day than New Year's, but that's okay because I still learned those lessons, and that's all that really matters. So I just want you to stay tuned so I can just kind of do a recap of this year of just things that I've learned, starting a YouTube channel, launching myself into just kind of blogging, being a blogger, starting a new job, ending another job, all kinds of things that happen. These are the big things that I learned, and I hope that you find these inspiring and useful. So just stay tuned. Okay, so number one, and I actually think this is pretty cool because it's really full circle because one of my very first videos was no one controls your professional fate. And really, no one controls your professional fate. That is a thing that I've always believed, and it was just something that was definitely driven home for me this year. So as you are moving forward into all the things that you're doing, just always recognize you are in control of where you go professionally. You are in control of how successful you are or how successful you aren't. And that can be in how you move in your particular job that you have, or it can be in how you goal set so that you can progress into something that you really want to do. But no one is out to get you. It's all on you, whether or not you just want to go ahead and move forward. So nobody controls your fate. You are in control of that. Number two, patience is a virtue. And that's something it's really important to be patient. And I know that there are lots of us, just like myself, you know, you're a goal setter. You're always doing the next thing and moving to the next thing. And then you're just wondering, when are these things going to happen for me? But one thing I learned this year was you just have to be patient. Everything happens in due time. It happens when it's supposed to. So you just make sure you continue being positive. Make sure you continue taking those steps to move you wherever it is that you need to be. Because if you are patient, you will receive what you're supposed to receive when you're supposed to receive it. If you're being impatient, then you may put yourself in a position where you do something too soon and you are in a worse position than you were in the beginning. Number three, timing is everything. Now, I know I told you to be patient because you do need to be patient, but you also have to recognize that timing is everything. So you need to know when it's time to move and when it's time to sit still. In some cases, it is time to sit still. It's not time to make any crazy career moves or apply for any programs. But then there are particular windows when it's just time to jump. And it's okay to jump because if you don't jump, you don't really know what's going to happen after you make that leap. So you need to make sure you're really thinking about your timing. If it's time to do something, recognize it and move forward. So number four really struck me because this year, which is something I mentioned, I started a new job with a new school, which was outside of the company that I've been working with. And I've been in the company for 10 years, which is a long time. And many people were afraid, oh my gosh, like it's so long, so many years you could kind of put in. But I also recognize that, again, if we're looking at the previous thing that I pointed out, timing is everything. Sometimes it is time to just jump and to do those things. You also have to recognize that nothing is permanent. Nothing is written in stone. Yes, you may have worked at a place for 10 years or 5 years or 7 years or 17 years, but that doesn't mean that you can't move forward and do other things. It doesn't mean you can't go start a new program or start a new position or be an entrepreneur and start your own thing. You just have to be okay with that timing and be okay with that jump. And if you jump, like one thing I've learned, I'm extremely happy because I've jumped. So you just have to recognize that that's a thing that sometimes you have to do. And number 5, enjoy the ride, which is something that we tend to forget to do. But yes, all of these things are happening, but you need to sit back and really enjoy the journey. You know, yes, I have all of these goals and this 10-year plan, this 15-year plan, but when it all comes down to it, are you really enjoying everything that you're doing? Are you learning what you need to learn from work? Are you learning what you need to learn from school? Are you really just being in the moment and really taking everything in from the moment so that you can really move those things to those next steps, those next goals that you have? Everything shouldn't just be a tick mark or a check on a box. Yeah, I did this. But really just being in the moment and learning everything that you can at that particular moment, because those moments will pass and you may get to the goal, you reach the goal you want to reach, but then you're thinking, wow, I don't remember what I learned in that class, or I really wish I would have taken advantage of this particular position that I had. It really would help me now. Okay, so it is recap time. I just gave you a few things when I reflected on 2017, things that I learned just being in grad school, starting a new job, ending a job, all kinds of crazy changes in my life. So those things are, number 1, really, no one controls your professional fate at all. You are in control of your professional fate, so you need to go ahead and take it by the reins and just go. Number 2, patience is a virtue. You need to be patient so that you can get the right thing at the right time. And number 3, timing is everything. You also have to know when to jump and when to sit still. Sometimes it's time to jump. It's time to apply for that new program. It's time to apply for that new position. Number 4, nothing is permanent. Even though you may have invested a certain amount of time, or you may think that you have all these different benefits, nothing is really permanent. You can always start and do something again. It's okay. And you may really experience a different kind of joy just from letting go of what you think is a permanent thing or being locked into something. And number 5, enjoy the ride. Sometimes we get so caught up in the end goal and where we're trying to be that we don't really learn what we need to learn. We don't take advantage of those experiences and live in the now and just really absorb everything that's happening. So one thing I've learned is enjoy the ride, enjoy everything that you're learning, because you're going to reach your goal. Make sure you can look back and have all these memories and these experiences to help you so that when you do reach your goal, you can be the best possible person that you can be. Well, thanks so much for tuning in. If you have not already done so, please like this video. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you would like to read the blog for this particular video, you can check that out at xjonespennies.blogspot.com. And if you are interested in contacting me, you can contact me at xjonesconsulting.weebly.com. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time.